Hi, Jacq Hackett here with another Friday Thought. Some of you will be aware that I write regularly for Flying Solo, and today I have an article published which is the second in my series of articles about essential skills for solo consultants. And in this article I focus on the importance of developing your consultant mindset and persona. So there's a lot of things that are going to change about your working life when you move from employment to consulting, and you really need to make a very decisive shift in the way you operate to become a consultant and take on that mindset. And so in this article, I take you through 3 areas where I think you really need to focus and get on top of quickly. So the first of those is getting used to talking about money. And I talk to so many consultants who just start out and are very uncomfortable with that. I mean, I was very uncomfortable with that when I started out. But you really are in a time for money business now, so you need to get used to the whole issue of being able to talk openly and transparently about money. You're going to have to set a daily rate, quote for your services, renegotiate costs various times throughout projects. So that's the first thing you really need to get on top of. The second thing I talk about in this article is figuring out the consultant-client relationship. You know, it's quite unique, and it's a mistake not to do some thinking about this and to just presume it'll all come naturally to you. And it's an even bigger mistake to just go on behaving as if you were an employee. So in this article, I give you my advice and tips about how to really figure out what the new rules of engagement are now that you're a consultant. And the third aspect of getting the right persona and mindset I talk about in this article is learning to behave and act like a small business owner. So it's really easy to think of ourselves as consultants, you know, that term, rather than small business owners, as something a bit more comfortable about it. But the reality is you are now operating a small business, and you really do need to get on top of a few things and change your mindset and thinking in order to make a success of a consultant business. So if you want to read all of my tips and advice about getting ahead and getting on board with being a consultant in that terms of mindset and persona, then you can read the whole article on Flying Solo, and the link to the article is the first comment in the comments box below. Have a great Friday.